Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, stunned in a black strapless gown at the Paley Honors to honor her friend Tyler Perry. It's actually been a couple of days, and people are still salivating over that amazing dress. I have to talk about it a little bit more in today's Sussex style, and I'll share how you can get the look for less. So let's get started. Thank you for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Meghan's amazing black strapless gown that she wore to the Paley Honors to honor her friend Tyler Perry. Now, we're going to be turning to Harper's Bazaar to talk more about the dress, and afterwards, I'm going to be sharing how you can get the look for less. Before we do that, if you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to share so more people can find us. Now again, this article is in Harper's Bazaar and it's titled, Duchess Meghan is timeless in a strapless black gown for a rare red carpet appearance. She attended a gala in support of good friend Tyler Perry, and this is written by the trusted Rosa Sanchez. Duchess Meghan made her return to the Hollywood spotlight this Wednesday when she walked a red carpet in Beverly Hills for a good cause. Meghan attended the Paley Honors Fall Gala, which this year honored her close friend Tyler Perry. The two walked the red carpet together, and the Duchess of Sussex looked like the picture of class in a strapless black gown. The dress had a romantic sweetheart neckline and flowed down to the carpet. A short train glided behind her as she walked. In front, the gown had a high slit that went up to Meghan's thighs. Yeah, it went up to her thighs, but it went just above the knee, and it did not overshare anything that did not need to be seen on a red carpet. It was perfectly classy and very beautiful. Ever the minimalist, Meghan wore the black dress with only strappy black stiletto sandals from Stuart Weitzman, a luxurious diamond tennis necklace, her gold Cartier love bracelet, and several diamond rings, including her engagement ring from husband Prince Harry. The Duchess had her hair styled in an elegant wavy updo, and she kept her makeup rosy and understated. Yeah, I love a good chignon. While Harry did not attend the gala with her, he likely stayed home with their two kids, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. I actually think Prince Harry was still in New York at this time because he had several engagements that same day. I could be wrong, but I actually think he was still in New York. Meghan was all smiles, posing for photos with Tyler Perry. The actor was dapper in a black suit with a shiny, swirly pattern all over. What an interesting description. As readers may recall, Meghan and Harry revealed in their documentary, Harry and Meghan, on Netflix, that Perry, without previously knowing the couple, offered them his home in Los Angeles to stay in after they left England and their roles as senior royals in 2020. I love Rosa Sanchez. I'm a big fan of her articles. We read them all the time. But this sentence is terrible. Ma'am, your editor should have reamed you for this. No, ma'am, you needed a break there. That is a huge run-on and terribly worded. But anyway, I know they want to get in all of those comments about them stepping back. They have to bring it up every time. And so that's just them trying to work it in. But they could have done away with that whole paragraph. Ever thankful to him, the Sussexes later asked him to be daughter Lilibet's godfather, and he has remained a close friend of the family since.
What do you love most about Harry and Meghan and your friendship with them?
Just how much they love each other. It's a real pure and beautiful friendship, and I love them. They love each other. They have a beautiful family, and I just want the best.
They have such a beautiful friendship, and I love when they get a chance to connect with one another, and we get to see it. I'm sure they connect with one another all the time, and we don't get to see it. So I love seeing their friendship in person, and it was great to see them talk to each other on the red carpet. There was just so much love there, and they just had such a warmth about them. Now that we've talked about the honors, I have to talk more about this dress. This is one of my favorite looks of Meghan. It's simple, it's elegant, but it is very sexy and still very classy. And she knows how to toe that line really well. Now, we're going to start with the head. I love her hair. Chignons work well for Meghan. When she wears her hair up, you get to see her long neck, her broad shoulders, and her accentuated clavicle, which is very sexy. It adds a little bit of pizzazz to whatever she's got on, especially when she goes strapless. Now, this necklace, when they said she went understated jewelry, I said, understated where? Understated where? Now, here's the thing. It is minimalist because it's only a couple of pieces of jewelry, but the jewelry itself is pizzazz. It's more than enough. She didn't need any more jewelry here. And I love that her earrings, either she's not wearing any or they're understated because I can't see them, but the necklace is more than enough jewelry up top. It's perfectly sized. It fits just between her clavicle bone and around her neck. So it's the perfect size for her. But because she has this amazing sweetheart neckline, it gives you more than enough pizzazz and enough glam, but not going overboard. Now, I have to talk about the sweetheart neckline. If you've been here long enough and you've seen enough Sussex style videos, then you know I am a fan of the sweetheart neckline when it comes to formal wear. My wedding dress was a sweetheart neckline. I love the way it shapes you right here. It makes your shoulders look more broad and pointed, and it gives you more of like a put together look up top. And also, sweetheart necklines are demure. They give you a little bit of an implication of sexy, but it doesn't have a deep V, so you're not going to see any peekaboo cleavage. It's classy, but it does give you a little bit more of an allure. I love sweetheart necklines when it comes to formal wear, and if you're going to go strapless, you have to go sweetheart. That's just the rule. Now, the dress length is actually my favorite part of the dress. I love that she allowed it to have train. I know that Meghan is very resistant to going overboard. She is very minimalist, so she will take away before she adds to. This is one of the very few moments we get a train from Meghan, and it couldn't have happened to a better dress. I love that the dress is simple, but then you have the drama of the train. And it's not a short train either. It is when you consider how long trains can get, but for a dress that isn't a wedding dress or like a prom or anything that's supposed to be overstated, this is very long for a normal evening gown. I love it. I love when we get those ultra glam moments from her. And because you have this long train, it affords you a little bit of grace with that high slit. Again, if you've been here long enough, you know I've said Meghan is the queen of balance. She understands how to balance sexy and classy, what to cover, what to have open, and what to have exposed. She gets it. And I love that you have the sexiness of the high slit that only reaches above the knee. You're not seeing any peekaboo looks. You're not going to see anything you don't need to see on a red carpet. But because she has that high slit and these strappy sandals, you see so much skin up top and below. You have all this fabric trailing behind her. It's such a balance, and this look works perfectly. I also know she has to practice poses at home because she had the perfect poses. Tyra would be so proud. She would definitely be getting the picture of the week. This look, 10 out of 10, no notes, all compliments. She did it again. She looks excellent. And I'm glad y'all recognize she was still wearing her ring, because we all stop with the rumors. Even Prince Harry was like, you just ignore it. Like, he's so sick of y'all. In a very polite way, he said, y'all need to get out his business. But he didn't say that overtly, but I could tell the tone was saying, get out my business. So I'll convey the message for you, Harry. Get out of them people's business. Y'all know they're not divorcing. Enough of that. Y'all just want something to talk about. But if you're going to talk about anything, talk about this dress. She looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. No notes. She looks fantastic. She definitely does minimalist well because she doesn't give you nothing. She gives you just the right amount of everything. Ultra glam and not overstated. Now that we've talked about this amazing look, if you're interested in recreating this on a budget or in a different size or what have you, I pulled a few dresses that are similar that will help you recreate the look in any budget, in any size. Now, I know that this is the season of Christmas parties and all kinds of holiday celebrations and get-togethers and whatnot, so formal wear is probably flying off the shelves. So I shared a couple of dresses so that you would have a few options, and if you're interested in purchasing, they're linked below, or you can purchase them directly from the YouTube video. The first look I pulled is called the Aviana Satin Bow Gown, and it's black, but it has a pink bow on the back for an accent. And I thought that was so cute, especially during the holiday season. You can do a little bit more and have a little bit more of an extra pizzazz. So I thought that was really cute. Now, it's similar to Meghan's dress in that it's black, it's floor length, it does have a bit of a train, and it has the sweetheart neckline. It's an excellent dress if you're going for the similar look, but it's not exactly the same. This dress is also satin, which I actually like to wear satin or silk satin. It's nice and it feels good on my skin. So if that sounds like you, then this dress is available at Fashion Nova for $81.99. And like I said before, I'm not a big fan of Fashion Nova because I don't feel like they're ethical or sustainable at all. Well, it's not about how I feel. They actually aren't. But they also practice size inclusivity. And so that's one of the things that they are really great about, is having the right sizes for all body types. And that's not something most brands can say. And so I had to share because I thought this was a similar dress, but also it's size inclusive and budget friendly. The next dress I pulled is from Milla, and it's the black strapless evening gown with thigh slit. This one is very similar to Meghan's. I love that it has the thigh slit, and it's still a sweetheart neckline, except it has the extra accent of coming up to a point, which I actually found alluring. It has a small train and a cinched waist. So I thought it shaped the model really well. Now, I don't know about Nordstrom. They're not big on size inclusivity either, which is why I don't promote them very often. But I thought this dress was so pretty and I love the accents of it. I also like the way it's draped over her hip. I thought that was such a cute accent, so I had to share it. This dress is $420. So if you're willing to break the bank for this beautiful dress, then feel free. But that's a little outside of my budget, but this is a great dress. So you get what you pay for. This seems like an excellent item and you can purchase this at Nordstrom. The next look I pulled is from Lulu's and it's their own brand. It's called the Passionate Admiration Black Strapless Bustier Maxi Dress. Child, they could have called this dress something else and put most of that description in the description of the garment. They didn't need to put all that in the title, but whatever. This dress is $68.60 and it ranges in size from extra small to extra large, and it actually comes in two colors, black and emerald. Now, it's similar to Meghan's dress in the fact that it's strapless, sweetheart neckline, high thigh slit, black, and floor length. But it has a few different accents. So the bodice of the dress actually has a ribbed nature to it, but then the skirt is still smooth. So you have a little bit of duality there and a couple of extra features, which I thought were cool. But also it doesn't have a train, but it is still floor length. So if you're interested in this dress, you can purchase this directly from the Lulu's website or use the link in the description box below. The next look I pulled is from Windsor, and it's called the Daria Strapless Wrap Slit Slim Satin Formal Dress. Who is titling these garments? That is so much to say. Could you imagine seeing an item and being like, oh, I'm going to remember that when I get home and Google it, and it's all these words? You're not getting that out of me. I'm not going to search it if it's too much. This dress is similar to Meghan's in the fact that it's black, strapless, has a high thigh slit, and it's floor length. However, it's satin. And then it's also got a little bit of a point of the sweetheart neckline. It comes up to a point and it does have cleavage. But I would actually think that this is improperly sized. The model actually has a bigger bust. They should have gone a size up to accommodate her bust. But that's also attractive to people. Some people want that line in the middle, so maybe that works for them, and that might be why they chose this model and this size for this dress. That could be it, but my thought is if they went up a half size, this would have been a proper fit, but who knows? Now, it does have a cinched waist, and because it's wrapped, you get a whole lot more fabric at the top around the hip, and it does shape you a little bit better. This is very Jessica Rabbit. I would have loved to see the right size dress on this model because I'm pretty sure this dress looks much better when it's properly fit or the right size, because you get a lot of extra wrinkles in these photos. You can see a lot of bunching in these photos and it looks like the fabric is distressed. And I think that's because this dress is simply too small for this model. They should have gone up a half size. Now, I know the reason they went small is to, one, accentuate the bust, and also you want the curves and the cinched waist. So they did that because this model has a great shape, but it does the dress a disservice because you should have gone up to the right size and you could have seen the smooth fabric in the bodice. And then you still get those waves with the wrap skirt. This is still floor length. And again, there's no train on this one either. My thought is that if you're picking this look for your own formal outing, you're likely going to a Christmas party or a symphony or the opera or somewhere else where there will likely be a cocktail hour and a lot of people. And so in that regard, a train is probably not your best bet because it might get stepped on a lot. I remember at my own wedding, people were stepping on the train. My train was 8.5 feet long. And my thought is that if you see somebody in a wedding dress, just look down, because that would be something I'm cognizant of, but that's not always the case. People are in their own world, but people stepped on my train too. My dress was falling down constantly because people were pulling me from the back. And so if you're going to be somewhere crowded, I probably wouldn't suggest a train anyway. And so in that regard, this dress and the former dress are both great. And for the last look I pulled, it's Betsy and Adam. It's called the Petite Strapless Front Slit Velvet Gown. And I love this dress because it is still similar. It's floor length, it's cinched waist, it's a sweetheart neckline, it's black, it has a thigh slit. Now this is velvet, which I actually favor around Christmas time. I just feel like velvet reminds me of Christmas and the holidays. So I actually prefer velvet gowns around this time of year. But What I loved about this dress, although very similar to Meghan's, it has a tuxedo neckline. I thought that was such a cool accent, and you don't see that every day. I was so blown away by that. I thought, what a cool accent to a dress. The dress itself is beautiful, so had they done a traditional sweetheart, it would have been excellent. But something about that tuxedo quality, I just thought, wow, what a great call, and it looks excellent on the model. Now, this dress is at Macy's, and it's $167.30. So this is a little bit more expensive than the other dresses I showed, but they do practice somewhat size inclusivity. It ranges in size from a 2 to a 12. But again, this dress is a petite, so even if it is a 12, you might want to consider that it might not be a true 12. Like I said, I feel like more brands need to practice size inclusivity and be considerate of all of their consumers, but we are still working on that and still in that fight. This is a great dress for someone that it might fit and a great price. I just wanted to take a super short break to say, if you have not already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you are interested, feel free to participate in the live chat going on now, or feel free to leave a comment if you do not wish to engage in the live chat. Once again, I know I do this all the time. I'm enjoying a channel, I'm enjoying the video, I'm just having a great time, and I completely forget to hit subscribe. So please don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to comment if you wish, and please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so that the algorithm on YouTube knows that you like my content. Now, let's get back to the show. One of the things that I have really enjoyed about covering Meghan's fashion is the fact that her style, although it continues to evolve, it's always true to her, but you're never going to get the same look twice. Although her style principles are firm, we've talked about her style principles before and how you can see them in every outfit, she still gives you different looks at every event. She creates moments with her style, and I love that she puts that much effort and dedication into her looks. Like she said, she recognizes that the items that she wears have an impact. And so she's very meticulous now about the way she puts her looks together. But something else that I've noticed she's very meticulous about is the tailoring. That's something she's championed for a very long time. But as she's continued to evolve and her style has continued to change, especially on this side of her experience as a member of the royal family, I love that she's become a little bit more free and tried a few more different style elements and been a little bit more daring. But she always toes that line. She does an excellent job of creating balance from the head to the toe, but also with skin versus fabric. She likes to play the game of, if I have a high slit, then you're going to get a train, or if I have a high slit, then I'm going to wear my hair down so that I cover more. She does a great job of creating that balance. Something that I enjoyed about this look in particular was she chose to wear her hair up, which gives you the drama of the neck and the back. You got a lot more back than when she wore the red dress. You got a lot more back in the black dress. Also, black is a less daring color than red. And so I love that she gave you a little bit more skin with the black dress. I thought that was a great call. But because you get that sexy back and you get the high slit in the front, you got that heavy train. Excellently played. But my favorite element, now I love the train, that's my favorite part of the dress, but my favorite element of the look, the use of the tennis necklace, accentuating her clavicle and really showing you her broad shoulders. Meghan works hard in the gym. We've seen her on that rowing machine. We know that she does yoga. And so she has every right to show you what she's working with. And so she looked great. I thought it was perfectly played. This is one of the reasons why I've included the element in my Sussex style videos of finding the look for less, because Meghan's style is an inspiration. She gives people ideas of like what we can try and what we might want to do, especially in this season as she's wearing more formal wear, and we're all going into a very formal season. We'll have a lot more events, Christmas parties, pageants, plays, the opera, ballroom. There's so much coming up for a lot of people. Seeing her look might inspire you to make a change in your own style or try something new or adopt something that she's done. I decided to add that element to my Sussex style videos so that we could try and adopt some of those style elements, because I feel like while fashion may change, style is timeless. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to share so more people can find us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.